Hey all, making this video for two purposes. Firstly, to show you how I do something, and then to ask you how you do it, because I really haven't found the best way yet. I'm polishing some brass. I have a Powell 1/3 pint Admiral oiler here. And I just polished this up, and I've got a box of the rest of the parts in here. And this turned out pretty well. And I just wanted to ask you guys how you do it and show you how I did this. I've got a couple different ways for cleaning brass. I've got a small collection of engine oilers. And I buy them all old junky ones and fix them up. It's no fun buying a clean one. What I used to use is this stuff. I get it at Walmart. It's called Chem Dip Carburetor and Parts Cleaner. It's a sort of a semi-thick dark brown liquid, and I inadvertently discovered that it does a pretty good job of cleaning brass. But it leaves somewhat of an odd finish, and I have to let it sit overnight, and I also have to use a wire brush, like one of these. This is a brass brush. I use a brass brush usually if I'm cleaning an oiler, because a steel brush would obviously scrape the brass and scuff it. Or sometimes I'll just use a nylon one for lighter corrosion and soiling. But this stuff was sort of a pain. I had to really scrub it and let it soak overnight, and it gave this slightly odd finish. I don't really know how to describe it. It's sort of a crystallized looking finish, almost like galvanized, the way a galvanized looks. It would rub off once you wire brushed it, but I wasn't too happy with it. With this oiler, I really like this Powell oiler here, so I wanted to do it the right way. So I tried this stuff. It's Wright's brass polish. I think it's an ammonia-based polish. It smells pretty heavy duty, but it didn't work too well. It says just to put it on a rag and rub it, but that didn't do very much. So I got the idea, like, well, let's try some steel wool. So I put some of that stuff on the steel wool, and this is a nut off of the oiler. Put a little bit of that on the steel wool. This is extra fine or medium fine steel wool, number 0, I think. If I had finer stuff, I would use it, but this is as fine as I have. It doesn't really score or scrape the surface. It doesn't mar the finish at all of the brass, which is good. If I had something finer, I would use it. But this is pretty much how I'm cleaning this oiler, and as you can see from the body of the oiler I just showed you, it works pretty well. And it says on here it's safe for brass, copper, chrome, bronze, and pewter. And this oiler was originally nickel plated. Not exactly chrome plating, but I figured, hey, it's close enough, so I tried it on some of the nickel plating. It didn't seem to affect it. So I'm giving it a try on this. This particular nut has more of the original nickel plating left on it, so if it still has the nickel plating after I'm done with it, I guess it's safe for that too. So that's how I clean brass parts. Now I want to ask you guys, how do you clean your brass parts? Whether it's brass on a vintage spark plug, or brass on an oiler, or some other part on an engine, magneto. I cleaned all the plates, the side plates and strap on a Wico EK magneto using this. Soaked them overnight, and it came out really well. As a matter of fact, I'll show you instead of just letting you watch me scrub that nut. All right, here's the magneto I cleaned. Another example of using that carburetor cleaner. It works pretty well. It was just a little time and labor intensive. That's on my 3.5 horsepower whip. Anyway, back at the workbench. So let's see how this nickel plated nut came out. I do wash these under soap and water, hot water and soap after I'm done, but quick wipe with a rag will suffice. Let's see how this turned out. Let's see what focus. Looks pretty good. I didn't forgot to clean up top there. There were some spots that were already bare and showed the bronze or brass underneath. That seems to work pretty well. It's not a super shiny mirror finish shine that some people like, but it's very clean, it's smooth, it's sort of shiny, it looks original to me, like what you'd see on a showroom floor. So anyway, that's it. I don't want to talk too much and bore you. Leave a comment. Let me know how you clean your brass. If it works better than this, that would be excellent. Because this isn't exactly fun. It's just kind of labor intensive. It's probably not too good for my skin either, touching this stuff. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Come back for more, as always.